So please, being a Muslim and being famous, how do you find balance between the two? As in your personal life, your the fact that you are famous and your spiritual life, being a Muslim, how do you balance the two? Do you get my question? Please, how? Keep baby first.
Assalamu alaikum. Okay, that question is a very, very interesting question, and I like it. So first of all, I'm going to say Islam is a religion that makes me comfortable. So it's not really hard to balance being popular or being famous with Islam because I'm a product of Morika's Uda Rahman in Ogun State. So I was taught a lot of things back then when I was in Madrasa. So everything that Quran taught us about how to live our life, it makes it more easier to live and to live conveniently, even when you are famous. You know the right thing to do, you know the right thing to put out, you know the right word to say to people. And Islam itself have like taught us a lot of things about how to balance being famous with being a Muslim. Okowa ni àwọn ó ti fún wa ní àwọn ìmọ̀ tó pé tí ò ní jẹ́ ká ṣì wà wúntà. You know, when you go outside, because being famous has to do with a lot of things, a lot of patience. And you know, when you're talking about patience, Islam is the king and queen of being patient. It taught us a lot about just ìwà ìrẹ̀lẹ̀, be calming down and everything, how to speak to people. You know, a lot of people will like frustrate you when it comes to online things, and you know, everything about us is online. Everything we do, our work, that's where we eat. So we trying to like come online to create a content and not have a fight with people or like having arguments with people. Islam makes it more easier. I feel like someone that know more about being a Muslim, it's going to be easier for the person to be famous, to work with it being famous, to work hand in hand with being a Muslim and be famous. It's kind of very, very interesting for being a Muslim and be famous.
Assalamu alaikum. Being famous and being a Muslim. Being famous and being a Muslim is not hard to balance because Islam teaches us peace. Islam teaches us how we live our life. Every aspect of our life has a relation to do with either the Quran, either the Hadith, just being like a Muslim. So me personally, as a content creator, my content is the way I express myself. If I see a wrongdoing, that's why I refer myself to a satirist, because in Koton Shelenta ni mo nse, jiget, I do what people do, either good or bad. I'm communicating, jiget. So I am preaching. There's no way you are watching my content and you're not picking something out. So that way I am preaching the life that we are supposed to live as Muslims. And we all know I have a couple of contents that portrays how much Islam is being great, and like when you follow Islam is like is a very, very righteous path. Everybody knows. So infusing that in content is so easy. So the balance is very, very easy. Thank you.
Pàtẹ́wọ́ Tekbir pàtẹ́wọ́ náà pàtẹ́wọ́. So I believe we all get the answers from them very right. Balancing your personal life, being a famous person, and your spiritual life is something that Islam already teaches according to the two of them. So you just have to listen. If you are not learned, learn from people that are in that path. Learn one or two things from them and apply it to your day-to-day activities, and wallahi ta'ala, everything will fall into place. Love my content creator jẹ́ pé kí ni o content creator ni o bóyá busy tó yóò sì mọ kírun. Ìwọ tó ṣe content gan fídíò Martin ló wò látàárọ̀ ọ̀ sì kírun Ọlọ́run ó bí ọ. Now let me go to our Afas. Àwọn bàbá mi méjèèjì. They are popular Afas. they are well known. Àfà ni wọ́n lórúkọ, ayé mọ̀ wọ́n fine, wọ́n yáyì. Kánú mọ́ gbẹ́sẹ̀ lèyàn ni mo lè bá wọn gbẹ́sẹ̀ lèyàn bí. Àmọ́ mo mọ̀ pé ariwo yìí bá wọn gbẹ́sẹ̀ lèyàn. Now let me ask you this question, sir.